The boy Dub Deuce in the building.
Alright, what up, what up, what up? It is that guy Dub, and I am back with another video. How you guys doing at the end of the day? Shout it, I'm good money. And if you guys are new here, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, join the family, because I interview interesting people all the time. And you said my sister done spent the block back on you, boy. You said Miss Yvette Parker, how you doing, sister?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
Man, I can't complain. Just taking it one day at a time, trying to do my thing out here. So, so what brings you back to the That Guy Dub show?
Oh, I came today to promote my shirts. You know, last time I came to promote my books. This time I'm coming to promote shirts. I have a line called Elevation. Everything in my line is made to inspire. So I want everybody to go to Bonfire and check out my site. And I hope you drop that link on this podcast so they can see it.
Oh, I definitely will. You know what I'm saying? But drop it down. I got your back. You know this.
All right. I appreciate you.
For the show. So other than the shirts, which is a beautiful thing, you said, so what else you got going on in your life? You said, how are the books doing, by the way, since last time we spoke?
I'm still writing those books. They're still coming out. Expanding into doing children's books now also. I'm also doing poetry as well. So I've branched out a little bit since the last time we spoke.
Okay. So now with everything going on in the world, and you saying with your shirts, you said you're trying to inspire. You said it's like what gives you the drive to want to inspire, especially when there's so much negativity in the world?
Well, you know, I have my Elevation podcast also. So the line is a follow up of that. And I always wanted to be the person that if I could help somebody, I can. And so that's what I try to do with my platform. And that's what I want to do with my clothing. I want people to wear it and feel good and, be their best selves in it.
Okay, nothing wrong with that at all. Now, you've always been very inspiring, you saying very positive. You said, like, how do you stay positive, and not let yourself get down? Because because life comes with so many trials and tribulations, stumbles and roadblocks and stuff like that. What is the thing that keeps you from wallowing in that negative place and continuing to be positive?
I mean, we all feel down. We have those days. I have bad days too, but I just don't stay there. And I push myself through it. And I also go to therapy. And I'll tell anybody, if you want to go to therapy, go. Don't feel bad about it. Don't feel like, oh, I'm letting myself down. Make sure you do that. So I do that. I do my meditations. I journal. I do all kinds of things so I can get that negativity out of me, and I can stay positive because I don't want to be walking around miserable and taking it out on people that don't deserve it. So I definitely, try to, be positive as much as I possibly can. But we all have our good and bad days.
Absolutely. Now, it's like you said, especially with black men, a lot of us still have been that. Oh, you said, well, that's for white people. You said we don't need therapy, and
Right.
You said it's like. And we know, especially now in 2024, it is extremely important because
right. Because I mean, when your mental health is off, everything else in your life is going to be off. So you have to get your mental together, and acting like you don't have problems and stuffing all that stuff down. That's not going to help you, and you're like holding yourself back by not addressing the issues. Because you're gonna keep continuing that same kind of cycle. So it's very important that you get that handled.
Absolutely. Now, okay, so we're gonna get into some fun right now because I'm all about the fun.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Light skinned niggas is up right now. I'm not even gonna cap too. Between Drake and Chris Brown, light skinned niggas is up right now.
Chris Brown did his big one for the light skinned ones with that diss he did on Quavo, and I don't think there's gonna be he's not gonna be able to come back from that, but we'll see. But I don't think there's nothing Quavo can say about that. So yes, y'all light skins are up right now, and y'all back. That he brought y'all back. Y'all back in style now.
Because we caught a misstep with J. Cole apologizing. It's like I was so disappointed. I'm a huge J. Cole fan. I was so disappointed with the nigga.
I'm a J. Cole fan also, and I was disappointed with the diss. I was disappointed when he came back and apologized. I said, "What is this? This is not how it's supposed to be." Because it's kind of like he was like, you know what, man, you won't even talk to me, my bad. And you already put it out there. You got the ride with it now. So yeah, that kind of hurt me too. I ain't even gonna lie.
Well, did you listen to the entire what Mike Delete Later? You sent EP?
I did not hear the second part. I hear the EP part. No, I didn't. I just heard the only thing that I heard was I heard um J. Cole's response, and I heard what was said before J. Cole said what he said. So I'm just like, ugh. But Chris Brown came back and he did it for y'all.
I mean, it was. You said when I heard it, I can't even cap to you. The first I was telling one of my daughters, you said last night, I was just like, they got to fight now, because
There's nothing that can be said. Like there's nothing that can be said. Like he bodied him with this. There is nothing, and he's a singer. So how you get bodied by a singer? It's over for him.
he's like also real. He's like, and I like how he said he did the call back to the Drake line against Meek Mill. You said you just got bodied by a singing nigga.
Yeah, he did. And so that right there, that killed it for me. But besides some of the other punchlines he had in there, because he was going crazy with it.
Mm-hmm. And it's crazy is because I was watching a lot of the reaction channels on YouTube, and using like the Law of Twins or No Life Shack, and a couple of the reactors I watched, from whatever, and he said all of them was just like literally just like, but but that's the thing I don't like about reactions, because a lot of times they'll watch the content before they react to it,
Right.
and you can tell it's fake. Because when they all was sitting there saying the same thing, it was like, well, we didn't know Chris Brown rapped. Where have you niggas been? Chris Brown been rapping.
Where have they been? He's been rapping. But the one track that I remember, because he's freestyle sometimes on his interviews and stuff. But I remember when he did "Look at Me Now" way back when he came out with that. That's when I really knew he had flow, because he ate that shit. He ate that up. So. Like, I don't know where people are like now, like a couple years later, like, I didn't know Chris Brown could rap. Like, where have y'all been? He can sing and he can rap. Like, don't sleep on him.
He can play ball and he can dance. You saying that nigga's different.
Yeah, he's real different. He got all the talents. He got it. You say, how they say that we have the genes, and they be trying to get them and stuff because we have all these abilities. Chris Brown got them all.
Facts. And he's good with art and all that thing. But now you saying along with that, I guess he had been banned from the Celebrity All-Star game. One, because the people were saying because of drugs or whatever, and then people are still holding him accountable for the Rihanna situation that happened over 15 years ago.
Yeah, like let it go. Like let that go. I mean, I'm not don't get me wrong, I'm not saying beat women or nothing, but we weren't there, we weren't in the car, we don't know what happened, we only get one side of it really. And from what we heard, she started it, he was defending himself, and I mean, it is what it is. But moving on.
Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, because like you look at like a lot of our, you said black stars, and
right.
You to this day, you still got people who hate Michael Vick, even though Michael Vick works with the ASPCA right now to save animals.
And look how long ago that was. It's like they can't let it go, but when it's them, it could be the next month and everything's okay. But with us, it could be 20 years later, and they were dragging them through the mud. Like OJ just died. You seen the memes, you saw people laughing and making fun and all that kind of stuff. I mean, the man got off. I don't know what he did or what you know what I'm saying? He got off, let him go. How are y'all gonna do that? That's still somebody's father, brother, whatever, and they dragging him through the mud. Like, we don't get a break. You're right about that.
It's just crazy because you look at, like you said, Caitlyn Jenner. You saying he's a good riddance. It's like, motherfucker, did you forget you killed, like, you actually got you saying was in a car accident where you actually killed somebody. You saying
exactly,
and had to pay $800,000 towards that people's family. You know what I'm saying? But so you don't have a leg to stand on. You said you should have sat that one out, regardless of how you do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, all these people that have all this stuff, all these skeletons that we know because it's been out there, it's been in the public, and they always have something to say. And it's like, are you serious right now?
Mm-hmm. It's just crazy to me because, like you said, you look at all of our stories. You saying whether it's a a Sandra Bland, or you saying, or Breonna Taylor, or Trayvon Martin. You saying all of those people are victims, but the first shit you saying certain people do is go look up their past.
Right. That's the first thing they go to. They try, like, if anything happens, like, for instance, if something happens to us, the first thing they do is go and look what we did in the past, and they try to take the victim and make them into the criminal. And it's
Mm.
like, that's not even what it's about right now. Why are you bringing this up? We're talking about what happened right now. Like, that's something that they do all the freaking time. And it's so frustrating and tiresome.
Yes, because like I have this argument with people all the time. They was like, well, George Floyd went to prison for holding a gun to a pregnant lady's stomach. Well, was he holding a gun to a pregnant lady's stomach that day? No, he wasn't.
Exactly. And they're like, he was a thug, he was this, he was that. Okay, but at the time that this man was choked out, what was he doing?
Mm,
What Nothing that he did previously to that has anything to do with that moment. Like, we
mm,
need to stop doing that. But then when they do something like go shoot up the school, then it's, well, he was a troubled boy and blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, they need to get real with this stuff. Like, come on.
exactly. We're not saying this shit using to pit white against black or using anything like that. No, but it's like, no, keep that same fucking energy. Using until you get all
Exactly.
the facts, keep
Exactly.
that same energy. It's like I got flack some years ago because I did one of the challenges. I think it was the So Gone challenge. You said
Mhm.
with the Monica beat, and people were mad. I was like, because in one of the lines I said, Dylan Roof burned the flag that y'all care about so much, but y'all mad at Colin Kaepernick for taking a knee. You know what I'm saying?
Make it make sense. Make it make sense. It doesn't.
And it's like, you said they brought up Trayvon Martin. Well, he got caught with weed, and you know what I'm saying, whatever. He was a kid. You said like whatever. Was that right? He got suspended for it. He got his punishment. Shut the fuck up. You said, but yet we sitting here, we still got people praising Kyle Rittenhouse while there's video of Kyle Rittenhouse beating the shit out of a girl unprovoked because I guess there was issues between his sister and this girl, but he's literally on video beating the hell out of this girl. Then there's another video where he's literally in the car and he's recording using looters, which is wrong, but you said like, but he's saying, I wish I had my AR-15 so I could kill some of these people. But
Right.
but
But,
he's
they
America's
still,
sweetheart.
yeah, still, despite all that, you know what I'm saying? He still, well, he was just trouble. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how it goes for us, though. And, we, like, for instance, every other race has a hate bill. Why don't we have one? We still don't have one.
You saying we get see that's the thing when it comes especially with these politicians, they love to pander to us. You saying it's like that
You're
which
right.
realistically, you saying most black people, yes, we have continued to vote Democrat for
And
ever
that's
since.
something we have to stop doing too. We vote based on party, most of us, because we were taught Democrat was for us, Republican wasn't. But it's
Mm,
not true. Right now, both of them are basically the same coin. You have to look at the policies and what they're doing. Like, we just wanted to get somebody out of the White House, so we voted somebody in that didn't have anything in place for us or anything. All they did was pander to us during the election, but then when it came down to it, we got nothing.
mm,
And why do we do that? Because he was Democrat. We have to stop voting like that and realize you really need to be informed on what you're doing and don't not vote because you're like, oh, it doesn't matter. But if you don't vote in your local elections, that's crazy, even if you don't do on the national level, because we all know the president is a figurehead. But the local elections matter the most because those people are what affect what's going on with you, what's going on with your kid's school, and who we send to Washington that represents us. If you do not, you know, participate in the process, don't complain.
mm. And it's like after we get off here, I'm gonna send you send a YouTube channel. And you send
Okay.
it's called Pink Book Lessons. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but it's like a super dope channel, and she likes to call out people for being out of order. Now,
Okay.
she deals with you said like the Fannie Willis situation in Georgia, and then there's also this she calls it a super city girl mayor out of
Okay.
Dalton, Illinois, and basically this woman is so you said like crazy with her power. She's literally will not renew people's business licenses unless they support her, which is
See, yeah,
crazy.
that's ridiculous. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And she literally has spent $150,000 of taxpayer dollars to buy a brand new Tahoe for herself. And she's literally got the police department in that town having like 300 hours of overtime per week. That's coming out of taxpayer dollars. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
bad.
I mean, it's crazy. So like, because we got crazy people on both using the conservative and the using the
Yeah,
and
we do.
and the liberal party. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's insane. Using the because you mentioned state and local. That's why I brought up you saying the Pink Book lessons and Tiffany Henyard, who's the mayor or whatever. It's just like it is like this woman. Like it's been times she has literally during I guess town hall meetings. She's got a DJ in there. She dressed up like a Nino Brown.
Okay, those two I thought you was talking about the one that danced, dressed up like Nino Brown and went into the town hall meeting, and she was like, that DJ played Brianna, "You Better Have My Money," right?
Yes, the
That's the one
same.
you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's out of control in that town, and why do people vote her in? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You have to check these people that you voting in.
hmm Now, you're saying that, and the other thing that's crazy because, like we mentioned, them pandering to us. You
Right.
say, yes, we have you saying a black vice president. Yay, okay, but
Yeah, but look at her. Never mind.
no, go ahead, talk your
I was
shit.
about to, I was about to go with you. Like, look at how many how the prison the pipeline thing was with Camilla, and then everybody forgot that. Oh, she's an AKA. We're gonna diamonds and pearls and chucks, and forget that and she admitted that she's put people in there that need to be out now. Like she admitted this before she got voted into office. Like,
Mhm.
be for real.
And it's like because us as black people, we have so much power, but we don't use it.
We don't use it. We don't use it. We don't use it.
Because
Like, if we could organize and actually, because we have the power with the money, because all they care about is green. If we would organize and spend our money wisely, these people would not keep doing what they're doing. But we will not do that. We will rather let them pander to us, and we see it as a status symbol to be associated with certain people, and we go along with certain things instead of fighting together because there's enough with the money that could do this, but they
mm,
won't.
and it's crazy because it's like us. We'll listen to whatever bullshit they're feeding us and go. You said, well, I guess donate to campaigns, or you said sit there, put a bumper sticker on our car, and you say, no, we just gonna pray about it. But
Right,
like, but we forget
right.
in the Bible it says faith without works is dead. So you just like we just gonna pray about it and do nothing, just let them people. You say because like you said like when during COVID when Trump was running around calling it the Kung flu and the China virus and all that stuff like that, and then when Asian people started getting beat up using for that shit
Right,
because
right.
they came out with a whole Asian hate crime
Hate
bill.
bill, right. They got
What
that
did
hate
we get?
crime bill, right.
They painted Black Lives Matter on the fucking street. Oh my.
Yeah, we got a street sign by the White House. They painted Black Lives Matter on the street. They what was it? They donated money to certain communities for them to use to enrich the resources of that. But have you seen anything that anybody said that they've done? No.
Nope.
We didn't get anything but people talking about, well, it's got to start somewhere. What do you mean it has to start somewhere? It's been years. Look how many years it is. Over 400 years of repression,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got to start somewhere. Be for real. Like,
Right.
if they wanted to do it, they would do it. They're not doing it because we're not standing together and making them do it, and that's just it.
Yeah, because like you said, we got to stand together and hold these motherfuckers accountable. You saying we saying we need to pick politicians that are actually going to do shit. And make sure we hold their fucking feet to the fire. You know what I'm saying? Because a
Yeah,
lot of
but
a lot of people.
we don't hold their feet to the fire. We don't. We
Mm-hmm.
don't at all because everybody, we unfortunately it's all about money. And you say that you care and all this stuff, but when it comes down to it, we do not hold these people accountable. And we've been marching and all that crap for years, and you see where it got us. So why are we still using the same tactics, thinking it's going to make things change?
It's not, you saying, but it's like I said, that whole politics thing is just crazy within itself because, like I said, people are so it's because like you mentioned earlier, and you both sides are basically the same, just
Yeah,
their just their agendas a little bit different. And see, what's the crazy shit is because people are so polarized, whether conservative or you said or liberal. You said it's like like in between rounds at a boxing match, they go to their corner and sit there for a
yeah.
minute. It's
We've
like,
been conditioned to do that. We've been conditioned to either vote Democrat or Republican. We
mhm,
don't ever vote independent. We've never had anybody that we voted independent.
mhm,
Now, if we stop voting just Democratic and Republican, and the people that came in as independent could actually had a chance, then that would make the major parties actually hold up to some of these things that they be telling us when they're pandering, because they're like, if we don't do what we're supposed to do, they're going to vote that independent in, and we're not going to get this money that we've been getting off of these people. But we
mhm.
won't do it. We won't. We'll still vote Democrat and Republican. And we need to get rid of I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank. You know what I'm talking about.
Term limits.
Where we don't choose who it is. Popular vote doesn't choose the president.
Mhm.
It's
Electoral college.
yes, we need to get rid of electoral college. I'm sorry. We need to get rid of that because if we are the people. We're supposed to be choosing who's there. But popular vote is not all of us.
Mhm,
So it's not the whole state that decides, oh, well, we're going to vote this person. It's
mhm,
just the people that they choose to be in electoral college that vote whose vote counts. How is
mhm.
that fair?
I mean, you're absolutely right, and it's just like you said. Another thing that's crazy is because you said like with Trump right now that you said they're trying to gag him, give gag orders, and this, that, and the third, and you said, and the media is all they're doing is covering Donald Trump. That's all they're doing. So
Right.
regardless whether you like him or if you don't like him, he's sucking up all the airtime, and so
Right.
you're not able to see what, if any, good that Biden's doing because Trump's taking all of the airtime.
And
You
that's
see,
what they
so,
want to do. And now, we are totally against Biden because look at this, the way things are right now.
mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So we really not with him right now. And then we if he is doing anything good, we're not hearing about it. So when election time comes around, what do you think's gonna happen?
Yep. And it's just, I mean, it's crazy. Just like 'cause we know that because the way this economy is, you said like freaking, the price of eggs have skyrocketed. Eggs, you said, like, why are eggs that high? Why are you saying like all of that? It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's,
inflation is high. Like we can't even. I mean, it's hard. Like I don't understand. Like y'all, like you got all them kids. I don't understand how you afford them groceries. I have one kid, and going grocery shopping for just me and him is so freaking expensive now because everything is sky high. Like I mean, people are choosing, not to pay a bill to be able to eat. Like this is getting really ridiculous now.
I mean, it really is. And you said, but it's crazy because you said like going back to politics. We're still on politics, but you said like it's like one thing that black people have asked for, you say, in this country is because every other marginalized group have gotten some form of reparations, and it doesn't necessarily have to, in my opinion, doesn't necessarily have to be you saying you cutting everybody checks, but it's
Right,
like let's do away with qualified immunity for these gangbangers with badges. You know what I'm saying?
right, right.
You let's get that shit straight. Let's have black people not have to pay taxes for a set number of years or something like that. Whatever. What have you. It's like, but you said like we said earlier, all they're doing is pandering to us because they know they're going to vote because they have the right to. You said, but we don't got to promise them shit because all we got to do is just talk, talk, talk. You said they
Yeah,
gonna
that's what they do.
talk.
They talk us to death. They, because that they always have to go get a preacher.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that because they want to get his congregation behind them. They'll go get one of those big preachers,
Mm-hmm.
and they pander to us. They do it every time. And you're right. Like they never deliver. I have yet to see any of them deliver like they're supposed to.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, and they try to use the argument. You're saying it's like, well, my family didn't own slaves, or you say, okay, that's neither here nor there. But there are people here in this country, you saying that would literally have, you saying their ancestors have built this country with their blood, sweat, and tears, and were never, you said, compensated. You said that is a debt that is owed, and then they'll sit there and go, you said, well, that's what kind of, you said, money would that take, or this, that, and the third, and you said, well, we send billions of dollars to Israel and Ukraine, but you saying you can't take care of
Yeah,
people
you can't. They
there.
don't take care here at all. Like the American citizens, like we pay the taxes, but they send the money overseas. We don't get help, and it's crazy. Like it shouldn't be there. Like take care of your own country first before you go out of it. And also going back to that, it's also kind of like privilege also because there's people that are like, oh, I'm not privileged. I'm struggling just like you. But your life is not made any harder due to the color of your skin. So you are privileged. You have regular struggle. We have struggle plus the color of our skin adding on additionally struggle to it. It's a difference.
Hmm. And you and then you said that's why I love the people in my circle because we can have these conversations because like certain people will stray away from these conversations and I do not like people like that. It's like let's have the conversation because what it is pushing the agenda forward. You say it's
Well,
pushing.
see, yes, because if we put it out, because I mean, we live in such a PC society. Nobody wants to talk about anything because they're scared of getting canceled. If
Mhm.
we keep doing that, nothing's going to change. We have to have these hard conversations. We get it out there. People might get mad, whatever, but they're talking about it. Once you start talking about things, then change might actually happen. But you keep sweeping it under the rug and acting like it's not there, everything's going to remain the same, and we can't keep doing that.
Mhm. And it's just like because I got into it. You saying with somebody here recently. We were talking about I think it was in Toronto. It was the older lady had walked into the bathroom at a Planet Fitness, and there was a biological man in that bathroom shaving, saying he identified as a woman. And you saying like, hey, if that's what if you identify as a woman, it's 2024. Do you? I don't care. But at the end of the day, I still think there should be some type of decorum. You said when it comes to that. You said because you said specifically with that community, you said, and you want to feel comfortable in your spaces, but at the end, everybody else's comfortability be damned. And I don't think that's right. You say because, like I said, because there was also a child in that bathroom. You said with this grown biological man in this bathroom. And like I don't think it is. And the crazy thing when the older lady she said something about it, they canceled her membership. You said it's like.
Yeah, because you can't. I mean, for a community that wants everyone to accept them, and I'm in the community, so I'm saying this as someone that in the community they want everyone to accept them, but if but you're not accepting everybody else and looking at how they're feeling, you're only worried about how you feel, and that's not fair. It's got to be both ways, and it's got to be a two-way respect. Just like we have trans people going against naturally born people in these sports. Come on, let's be for real. If we do not have men and women in teams now, just because you transition, I'm sorry, but you know that you physically have the advantage, and that's not fair.
Mhm.
They need a separate division for them. It's the same thing.
Cause let's keep it a buck right now. Cause you said you got biological men going into you saying women's sports and they're dominating. I saw a video the other day. You said it was a high school track meet, and you said this biological boy literally you said like was lapping girls. You said like,
Right.
and what's crazy is because everybody in the world would lose their shit if LeBron James and Kevin Durant put on a wig and decided I'm gonna go into the WNBA. That people would lose their shit because that's just what it is. You just because like
Let's call it. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Let's be for real. I mean, I understand. You know that you have chosen your sex,
Mm,
but you were born your gender, and you know that you have this advantage, and it's not fair. So why are we allowing this?
mm. It's like okay. With that said, I have you saying like I have a question because you said a lot of the people that are championing this shit is women. You saying it's like literally. I like a couple of years ago. You said I lost a friend of mine. And you said that they're still living, but we're just not friends anymore.
Right.
I saw a picture of Billy Porter as I'm scrolling down. You said my timeline, and I
Right.
said, put in the comments, I cannot stand this dude. And he was like, and this black woman, she sits there and goes, "Oh my God, I didn't know you said you didn't support the community. We can no longer be friends." I said, okay. And you said, like not knowing what context or you said what I meant when I said I couldn't stand Billy Porter. I think it's weird that you have a man in a dress on Sesame Street with children. But you like I don't use it. That's just me. I think that's
Well,
a bit odd.
the thing about that is, I'll be honest, adults make a bigger deal out of things than the kids do. The
Mm,
kid, because me and my son have conversations all the time, and he
mm,
talks to me about stuff, and he like, they expose them to it so much that they don't pay it no mind. I'm gonna be honest, they really don't. They're just they'll see it, they'll ask a question, you tell them, and they're going about their business. It's the
mm,
adults that get all up in the uproar about it. See, I understand the concept because they want them not to make fun of them and know that there's different kind of families and different kind of people and all that stuff. So I understand that. But if you're gonna do that, then why is there not somebody up there with autism? Why is there not somebody up there crippled? Why is that, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do it, make it all inclusive. That's all I'm saying about that part of it.
mm. And like I said, it's the reason. Like I said, the reason it becomes such a you saying a hot button issue, especially on the you saying conservative side, and being realistically, even though us as black people we vote Democratic, most of
Right.
us live our lives pretty conservative by most conservative values. You saying like this is the regular one. I'm not gonna say like the more moderate people. We're moderately conservative. You saying
Most of us are, because if you really look at what the Democratic agenda is, you're gonna be like, what? No, but we've always been taught Democrat, Republican,
mm. And it's
conservative, liberal. You know what I mean?
mhm. And it's just crazy. But you said like I said like with you said like when you see these I guess drag shows that you said in at elementary schools and stuff like that. You got biological men dressed up like women, but they're twerking in front of children. I think you said when it comes to that, because us as people, we see the extreme part of it, like I said, the drag show or whatever, and then
Right.
a lot of us will equate everybody else that's a part of that community as you said, I guess propagating that. And you said a lot of people from that community, they don't like a lot of that goofy shit either. But
No, I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying? There's people in the community that speak out about this too, because they're like, we didn't do all this. And then there's the other thing in that I'm going to bring up, and nobody wants to talk about it, but me, I'm very vocal. We do not see trans men coming out and telling natural born men that you need to do this to it for us to feel accepted. You need to do that. We want to call you this. We want to call you that so we can be accepted. But these trans women come out and they do that. So so they're still doing misogyny still, even though they crossed over.
mhm,
And I don't feel like that's right. Like, how can you're coming into another space and you want to be accepted? That's fine, but you can't change how someone else defines themselves to make yourself feel better. Don't do that. That's not right, and that's not fair.
mhm. Usually, because I could literally get pulled over today and be like, "Officer, you said I identify as a white man." That man's gonna look at me like I just asked him the square root of something. You said, but we can't do that though. You get what I'm saying?
I mean, that's what you can, I mean, you can identify as whatever you want to identify, but other people, everybody's not going to accept it, and you have to accept that everybody is not going to accept it. But that doesn't change who you are. As long
Mm,
as you know who you are as yourself, that's all that matters. And
fact.
that's what I feel like is missing right now, because I feel like we're pandering to the community a little bit,
Mm,
and I'm gonna say it, like, be for real. It's like I accept you, accept me, and let's just leave it as it is. This bickering back and forth and all this stuff that's going on, like, there's no need for it. Be you, be who you are.
mm,
Whoever doesn't accept it, that's on them. But that
right.
doesn't change your life, and you have to understand that.
And
I
you
think the problem is coming in forcing, trying to force every single person to accept something, and that's not going to happen, and it's not realistic.
it's just like just because I don't agree with your particular lifestyle doesn't mean I hate you. It just means I don't agree with your lifestyle. You said like at the end of the day, I'm not a fan of country music. But
Right.
you said the fact that Beyonce put out a country album, hey, kudos, more power to you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just not my get down. You know what I'm saying? But hey, if that's what artistically you were feeling, hey, do you? You said, but you said along with that, if you came to me right now and say I'm the next Michael Jordan, but then we go out on the basketball court and you go 0 for 10, I'm gonna be looking like, really, my nigga? I don't know if you wanna go there. You said you need to get back in the gym or something. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, but I think a lot of us have literally lost reality somewhere. You know, because like I swear we're in the matrix because all of this
I
nonsense
mean, you
is
want to
crazy.
be. I mean, let's be real. Some of this stuff out here now is just goofy, and
Mm,
people are accepting weird stuff and saying it's okay, and it's not. Let's just be real about the situation, because if we back when we were younger, if this stuff was going on, somebody would be like, But now it's like, oh, it's okay, it's fine. No, it's not okay, it's not fine. That's why everything in society right now is in turmoil, because we're not standing up for the stupid stuff. We're
mm,
just accepting it and saying, oh, it's okay.
mm,
And it's not. And if you, and like, if just like, if there's things you don't agree with, that's fine. Don't, but that doesn't mean that someone is hating or they're phobic. It just means that they don't agree with it and they don't like it. Now, if they continuously bashing or, trying to harm somebody or something like that, that's different. But just saying, I don't like it, that's not for me. I mean, you got to understand that's just life.
mm. You said now another thing we'll touch on before we move on is recently the comedian Gerard Carmichael he has said something about Dave Chappelle about his trans jokes, which you said like whatever fall on you saying you either thought it was funny or you didn't. Me personally, I thought it was funny, and I thought the story he was telling about his friend and the way he told it, I thought it was funny. Now you said Gerard Carmichael gonna sit there and say that Dave Chappelle was not right for those jokes, but then in turn comes out with he likes to play a slave master and a slave with his white boyfriend, but you just so like and he thought that was okay. You get what I'm saying? It's like a lot of times, especially depending on what you're putting out there, you should probably check what you have to say about people, especially if you got some questionable things in your past, like we mentioned earlier with the Caitlyn Jenner thing. You said, how does that
Yeah,
hit
but
you?
that's how it always goes though. It's people talk about other people to throw it off what they got going on. So that's
Mm-hmm.
why they do it. So
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? So they should shut up and they should not say it, but they're gonna do it. That's just how it works. It's just to deflect from what they got going on.
And it's funny trying to watch people do you saying the verbal gymnastics trying to get themselves out of some stuff I find that like hilarious to watch. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's crazy. Now another pivotal person you said would be like a Candace Owens. Like now, she's very conservative. And like some of her points I do agree with. Other points I think she's a clown. But
Exactly, because sometimes I mean, even a broke clock is right 2 times a day.
mhm,
Sometimes she does make good points about things, and
mhm.
she's right. And a lot of times I don't agree with what she says. So I get what you're saying with that.
And it is like I think that you said when people do have a valid point or when they're right, and it's worth value of listening because it's not nonsense. I think we should be able to have those conversations. But you said like, and we bring this up all the time. It's just like people are so scared to have the conversation. And I think you said so. If you guys don't take nothing else from this podcast, is that just because you have differing opinions or differing views does not mean that you cannot have the conversation. Because you said just having that one conversation could give you some insight into something that you said previously you said not privy to. So once you're out there, you said like have a conversation with somebody from a different community as you said, whether it be white, black, or whether it be you said straight, or you said homosexual. It doesn't matter. Just have the conversation. You know what I mean? And so I'm gonna ask you like what would you have? How would you tell people? You said just to start the conversation.
I'm gonna say if you want to have these conversations, you have to listen for understanding. Don't listen just to respond.
Mm,
Listen to like because when you listen to people and you let them explain to you certain things, then you can kind of see their perspective. And
mm,
even though you have different perspectives, you can both come to some type of understanding. No understanding is going to come if both of y'all are just trying to out talk each other and push your beliefs on each other. That's not what it's for.
mm,
This is more of an understanding kind of thing because there's certain things that I didn't understand until I had a conversation. And they explained things to me that I didn't understand because I'm not I'm not into certain things. But once they explained it to me, I understood, and it made more sense to me. So having a conversation is important because some people just say they don't like something or they're against something because they don't understand it. And
mm,
most people hate what they don't understand.
mm.
So I think that's why sometimes people say it's hate when it's really not. It's just confusion. So have these conversations. They're necessary and they're important.
Absolutely. Now you said we're gonna get back into you. You know what I'm saying? It's like now you said with your shirts and like how can they get in contact with you using and do you have any samples with you? If not using while I'm in editing, I'll definitely throw some stuff up on the screen. I'll definitely promote it the you saying while we're pushing the show and
Okay,
everything.
yeah, I don't have any physical products with me because I didn't want to mess with all that. So
Mm.
everything is on my site. They order from my site and it ships directly to them when they order it. I do design all my shirts myself, so all the designs, all the logos, all that's me. I do all the artwork myself.
Okay. Now you said like well, what size you said what sizes do you go? Because you said we got people that use all sizes and stuff
Um,
like
different shirts are different sizes, but most of them go from small to 3X. Some of them go from small to 6X. So you just have to check the shirt and look at the sizes to see. And these are US sizes that I
okay,
have.
okay. Now you said with that it's just like what's the turnaround? Because I know a lot of people be wondering that kind of thing.
It usually takes between 1 and 4 days to get it.
Okay, that's an awesome turnaround. you said usually with a lot of these people, it'll take 21 days or something like that. You said about one of you
No,
said
it doesn't take 21 days. I think the most it takes is 8, but it just depends on if you're in the US or ordering out internationally.
okay, that is super cool. That like so it's like what else do you got coming up in the works? Because I know you said no people are excited because like I said I've got your books. I'm definitely gonna have to get down with you said some of you said your
I
inspiration.
have another book coming out. I have my Elevation podcast that's available on all streaming platforms. It's Elevation with Yvette. So I have another podcast episode coming out soon. I just released one. I will send you the link to my podcast also, so you can drop it on this one. So people want to come to my podcast, they can. I have more poetry. I post my poetry on my social media, but I'm gonna get it all together and make a book. And if you want to find me on social media, I'm on Facebook at Duchess Yvette Parker. I'm on Instagram and X under Yvette underscore author. So you can find me all over.
You said that's the super dope. Now, before we get up out of here, you said what's the last little things you want to let people know? They got your socials. They know how to get in contact with you. We just want to make sure we drop all your stuff in the description box down below. But you said before we get out of here, let the people know you saying the last little thoughts on your mind.
Well, I just want to leave all y'all with the thought of, because what I originally came here for, just be your best self and don't worry about what other people think. That's what I want to leave y'all with.
And there you go. And if you guys like this video, make sure you smash that like button, turn on the bell notification so you don't miss another video. Without further ado, I love you. Lil Dub loves you. And we forgot to mention Lil Dub. He's been sitting here the whole time. We usually forgot to mention him. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you said Miss Yvette Parker loves you. We out of here, man. Peace.
Peace.
Where the fuck Dub at, man? Where the fuck he go? Here I am. You looking for me? Yo ass is fine. But that got Dub, and I'm back with another video. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Deuce from me and my big bro. Yeah, fuck this no. He said he gonna teach me how to wrestle. Now I'm gonna win the belt.
Cause I'm back for ya.
The boy Dub Deuce in the building.